We're back. We're so back. Sick. Let's go, gang.
But now I'm not so sure. Okay, let's dance.
I forgot I had that on. That's so funny. Chat rate. Who's back? Nobody's here. That was scary. That was scary, bro. I had my music on, but I forgot that macOS screen cap. I forgot that OBS can actually record your audio again, like it has done in the past. So there we go. Or like it hasn't done that in the past, but now it works. So I believe, yeah, there you go. Now you can't hear anything from the background. Apologies. I need to fix this monitor because right now I'm using a different monitor. Oh well. Anyways, now we're working. Now we're good. But there you go. Now I have a companion to look at on the camera. Let me plug in my Mac. There you go. I just realized I forgot to bring my clock. I usually have a clock in the stream camera. I just don't have it this time around. So I'm gonna bring it. I'll be back. I'll be back. Wow, you can't even see it. Like, you can barely see the time. Yeah, it's like not even visible. It's meh. It works when I'm not using the mouse. That is so hard to see, but I don't have like a way to light it more, so I guess that's all I can really show. It's alright. It's alright. We'll deal with it. Oh man. Okay, there you go. Damn, I'm listening to a reaction of Choking Up by Oklo, and I'm listening to one of the songs, and I'm like, holy crap, is this made of Ableton? Man, oof. How are you guys? I don't know how many people are watching, but if there is one or two people watching, how are you doing, bro? Oh, I guess there isn't. It's okay. Oh shit. Damn, I just like. Okay, damn. I'm wearing a toque right now. Feels hella comfy, especially when how cold it is right now in Canada. It's been feeling really cold here. Shit. Whoops. I mean, whoops. Shoot, I meant to say. Sometimes when you listen to new music while doing some work, it really just sets the vibe. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I accidentally destroyed bro's leg. What? Okay, that's crazy. I don't know if anyone commented. Nope, not anyone. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to give my arms a little bit of a break. I need a little bit of a break. Let's just fix that. There you go. I'm going to exit out of Blender. Not exit, I'm just gonna unfull screen and then just open up my note-taking app and say, I'm on a break. Be back in 5 minutes. Alright. There you go. And then I will go to OBS and I'll just mute my mic so I can drink some water. Yeah, okay, we are so back. What's this good, Pat Dan? Why do I keep the clock in the frame? Good question. The reason I keep the clock in the frame is so that if it the reason I keep the clock in the frame is so that if I need to like prove that the video is real, then that's why I keep it. I keep it here so that in case I need to like prove that the video is not fake, they can just look at the webcam. Like it's kind of like the thing that OSU players used to do to prevent to show that they weren't cheating. So what they would do is they would have a clock in the back, and then they would record their gameplay from the webcam. So it would show their screen, it would show their inputs, like their hands moving around to hit all the circles, and then they would keep this timer as a way to show that the clip isn't like sped up or anything. It's just a proof to show that that what I'm drawing is in real time. It also makes it easier like when you speed up the like whenever I'm in Blender in full screen. So like if I let's just quit without saving. If I go to Blender and I full screen it, the clock that's usually on the top right, you can't even see it. Sometimes I like to go full screen in Blender. So then that's when this thing comes in. It's just a way to show that it's a way to show that I'm working on the project in real time. Do I still play Osu? No. I don't play Osu that much anymore. I might like I think the last time I played the game was like a year ago or something. No, it wasn't a year ago. Was it a year ago? I think the last time I played it was like over half a year ago. Half a year. It's like 6 months ish. I don't know. I don't play the game as much anymore. I started playing Kaizo Mario instead. I got back into that. I don't play Osu, but even though I don't play Osu, I feel like my taste and interest in music still keeps evolving and changing. Because I like to meet new people out in real life whenever I go to certain events and stuff, and like that kind of helps with discovering new music. Because that's one thing that I liked about Osu. I was able to discover music taste that was different than what I knew. And I still think that benefit is still carried today even without Osu. Also, like, I already work with a tablet for pretty long hours on this project, and the same could be said for I could assume the same would be said for future projects that I work on in university. So playing Osu in my free time doesn't sound like the greatest idea, at least right now. Maybe someday in the future I will revisit it, but that's one of those games you have to continuously grind to just have a consistent skill at it. I don't play the game actively. That's the easiest way I can answer that question. I like playing other games, but like my hobbies have also like expanded as well. Like I don't just play games. You already know I skateboard. I like skateboarding, so that definitely takes up quite a bit of my time, especially if I'm having a good grind session, if I'm practicing a trick or anything like that. I also started taking a liking to reading, so there's like a book that this is a random ass fantasy book that I found from the library, and I took a look at it. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool. That's very interesting. Let's continue reading it. And so far, I've renewed it once. This is the book right here. It's called. You can't even see the text, but I guess you can't even see the text on the barcode, but I guess that's for the better. It's called Why We Play with Fire. I like it. I'm halfway through the book. I'm at page 100. I'm at page 198, I believe, or 199. No, page 201. I'm on page 201 in that book. I like reading it before I go to sleep sometimes. And I also want to get into sewing because sewing is kind of fun. It's like a way to express myself artistically without using a pen or yeah, as a way to express myself creatively in real life, but without having to use notebooks or anything. I don't know. Like I like sewing because like there's also like a practical application for it if you want to like fix your clothes and stuff. I but I will be transparent. I haven't done it that much recently, but it's a fun thing to do. I think the only thing I like to do that involves a screen in my free time is watch YouTube videos and play like play games. That's pretty much all I do. I don't really watch shows, although I have been watching like Umbrella Academy. I've been watching Umbrella Academy recently. I like it so far. It's fun. Um, yeah. Umbrella Academy. I would have never thought to start watching the show, but my sister recommended it. I'm like, okay, let's try it out. I don't really watch many shows, so when I actually go ahead and watch a show, I tend to analyze it in depth. And I also like took a film class in high school, so that also accounts to my nerdiness whenever I take a look at a film. And I like having that attribute. It's fun. It's fun. It makes watching films and movies like so much more interesting. You get a more sense of depth for the actors and how they play their role and shots, the way they filmed it. Oh, it's so freaking cool. I love it. So, I mean, I love Umbrella Academy because of those reasons. I think some of the things that they've done in the show is cool. And yeah, not to mention like the actors themselves, the costume design. I just think all of it's pretty great. How's it coming from a person who doesn't watch shows very often? I think the only shows I've watched are Squid Game. I watched Stranger Things season 1 through 4. Um, what else have I watched? I can't remember. Having a good film background can also be good for planning animation. Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely. I think animation combines fine arts and filming aspects into one. It's such a cool thing, and I think it's easy to overlook when you're working in the workforce. But it's such a cool thing to have some background on. I think using the film class has definitely like taking film class definitely helped me with the project that I'm currently doing right now. And it makes things just feel a lot more streamlined, and I like that. I want to add a build up. I think the big thing that connects animation and film together is shot list in the planning stage. Shot list is like people literally have like storyboard designing as job and like drawing shot lists and stuff. That's really cool. It's like a combination of multiple different things. I love it. It's really interesting. Animation. I think it would help me a bit more if I watched a bit more anime. Maybe one day I should watch like freaking Soul Eater. I should watch a Demon Slayer. I haven't watched a Demon Slayer, which is funny because I do animation, but I'm not the biggest anime fan in the world. Mainly because I just don't go out of my way to watch many of the shows similar to like TV shows. Like the only ones that I can remember for TV shows at the top of my head are Stranger Things, Squid Game, and right now The Umbrella Academy. I can't remember anything else off the top of my head. I did watch a bit of Pretty Little Liars, but you know that was not my thing. I watched it because I wanted to have a conversation topic with a friend in the past. Yeah. Whenever whenever I tell people I'm into animation, they ask you if you like anime, and you say no. You have to say no. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's the thing, right? Anime is popular, but that's not all of animation. Like animation is broad. It's just that anime is mainstream, and that's one thing that I can appreciate with with a 3D animator that I watched yesterday. There was like this one YouTube recommendation that I got that was really popular, or that blew up a little bit. It got like 6K views on YouTube, which is pretty good for the YouTuber because he doesn't have that many views and stuff, right? He has like, okay, not too many views, but he doesn't have like a million subs. You know what I'm saying? He had like a few K, right? And that just expanded because of this one video called the CD Collection by Derek. Like that's animation you don't see in anime, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's animation that you don't normally take a look at in popular media, but he like animated his character in a way that looked very interesting and unique, kind of similar to something that you see in a video game. And you just talked about a CD collection, which is the biggest vibe ever, coming from someone who also likes to listen to music pretty intentionally. And he just animated his character in a way that like looked so interesting. He used very simple graphics. They had a lot of polygons on it, so similar to like Nintendo 64 sprites and stuff. But it was rendered in 4K, so the video looked great. And the poses looked cool too. Like it was very, very interesting. Also, like the thing with anime is I've watched a few. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just like generally not in my biggest interest to watch a show. I'm a YouTube kid through and through, alright? That's just who I am as a person. I love using the platform because it's so versatile. You can find everything on YouTube. And that's the one thing I love about it. You can find random videos on anything. You can have educational content. You can have content that's made to fit the algorithm. You can have content that is so obscure but then gets millions of views later because it's used for as a cultural reference, like Slenderman and Slender 8 Pages. And to me, stuff like that can be way more interesting than following a storyline, even though a storyline is great because it has such a simple structure that you can follow. Like when I was watching Mob Psycho, for example, I mean, I never watched Mob Psycho or knew much about Mob Psycho up until that point, but I love the show. It's just that would I go and rewatch it? Maybe, but for me it takes time to get into an anime if I really like it. I also really like the Classroom of the Elite. Because Classroom of the Elite, I think it was really cool. Like, and I really liked the main character because he's just always so smart, and I like smart characters. And I don't know, that just was really cool for me. But like, I don't know how like people's tastes are different, right? Everyone's gonna like the same things, and I just got introduced to it. I don't know how, but I got introduced to it. But I did watch it, and I was like, ooh, okay, this is kind of cool. Aside from the fan service, it was pretty interesting to me. But yeah, being an anime fan and liking animation at the same time, I can't really say I'm the anime fan. Like I like JJK season 1 through and through. Don't get me wrong, but that I wouldn't consider myself an anime fan. You know, I'd say I'm more of a manga fan, even though I haven't dived into any manga recently, because that's just more my style. I like reading books instead of watching shows. Although I did have a blast watching Cartoon Network when I was a kid. I think for me, the appeal to animation is something larger. It's about, I think it's more of a communal message. That's what makes me interested in animation. And that's why I find it hard too sometimes. Like sometimes it can be hard to keep up with my work. For me, it's about how well can I portray the message? What is the message behind it? It's not so much just making a character and I'll put it on screen and make him look pretty, you know. For me animation is a wake-up call. Animation is a way to describe feelings that previously weren't there. And I'm making that the main goal of the animation, not as a side project. Even though you can definitely find that in media. I think that's one thing that's special about animation and film and books and games and stuff. The secret message behind them is cool, but for me, when it comes to animation, I want to make the secret message pretty unsecret. Like that's the point of the art. That's where my interest in animation came from in the first place. Okay. HT Hayes. And by the way, thanks to the one person that liked the stream, you're a goat. I'm really low on my chair right now. What made you get into animation? I'm curious to hear what you've got to say about that. Because everyone's into animation for different reasons. I'd like to hear what yours is about. That'd be kind of cool. I'm excited for the collab we're doing on Sunday, I think. I'm excited for that. I'm actually pretty hyped up for that. That's gonna be a pretty exciting stream for me. Watching all the indie animators on YouTube is my biggest inspiration. Oh hell yeah. Yeah. That's a big yeah. I have to agree with you on that. That's a big yeah. That's a yeah. Man, Domix was the stuff back in the day. Domix, Jaden Animations, Odd Ones Out. Now we've got new guys, bro. Like we've got way more on the platform now. I think it's starting to revive itself in a way. I love that. Especially like, oh man, do you remember Alan Becker? Wow, that guy is still making animations today after 2 decades. He is the GOAT. Like, he just is the GOAT. Oh shoot, I didn't draw like a little thing for this guy. I need to change my... There we go. opening that window in the back, but this is definitely my favorite. It was definitely a good thing to do. Because now you can see the clock. Storytime animators are cool, but like the ones who make short little shows are my favorite. Ooh. Wait, this reminds me of a guy that I know. He made the EN. He made the character called ENA. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then he also made a game called Ina Dream Barbecue with a small team. I think that's the first animator that came to my mind when you talk about animators that make short little shows. I thought of his name Joel. I have no idea. Have I seen We're the Kids? I haven't. But that seems like such a YouTube thing to watch. Like that, I feel like I'd go and eat lunch later at like freaking 12:30 and just watch We're the Kids. That sounds like a guy that I just watch on YouTube. I'll definitely take a look at him later. I've never heard of him before. That's cool. It's cool that he's one of your favorites. I'm actually gonna take a look at that on my second monitor right now. Let's see. Ooh. Holy moly. Wow, I'm basically trying to become this guy. Wow, he makes animations and music? Okay, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Damn, this guy. Oof. Some of his thumbnails kind of like remind me of, what is it? Some of his stuff, some of the thumbnails that I've seen on his YouTube channel, like damn, that reminds me of freaking MF Doom songs. Like, you know, they have like the little skits and stuff. Damn, bro. I'm not looking at the chat right now, but I will read it eventually. Oh, Louis Zong is on there. I remember Louis Zong. This dude made an album about Balatro? Oh my goodness. Is this guy the GOAT or what? Holy. Man, this guy. Wow, this guy is like my newfound GOAT. Like, holy crap, that's so cool. Damn. And he did a show of Louis Zong. Holy crap. I feel like a small indie version of these guys. Wow. Damn, okay. Thanks for the recommendation. I've started focusing on making YouTube videos recently though, so more than just straight animated projects. I just released a new one the other day. It took a month because of how little time I had to work on it. Damn. You're making me want to look at new content right now, and that is great because I haven't been feeling too great about my animation over the past few days because of how long it's taken for me to work on it. Damn. That is the biggest inspiration. Thank you, bro. This is such an inspiration. I got new stuff to watch. I really do appreciate that. I've just been feeling like so like tired. I guess you could say, because of the deadline that I set myself for this film. I don't know, that's kind of been dragging my feelings a bit down, but we're still going through it, so We're the Kids is like the greatest of all time, bar none. I want to be him so bad. There are a lot of indie animators I watch. Damn. We should definitely talk about this more, like, as what is it? We should talk about this more on Sunday for sure. Holy moly. Man. Just when I thought nobody did animations and make animations of music, I've been proven wrong. I love the internet. Holy cow. I love the internet. I love it. I would have never expected to just find this, but this is the most internet thing I've found. I love it, bro. Thank you. That's cool. YouTube is so damn cool, am I right? It's so cool. You can find all types of crap on there, bro. All types of stuff. Like, I was literally having a stream open, like a VOD open about an album that has been getting some traction recently called Choke Enough. Man, that album is well made. That album is really well made. It's such a cool vibe to it. It's so electronic and it uses so many different instruments. Like, man, that really gets my jam. I feel like I'm starting to get a bit of a better idea about um I feel like I'm starting to unlock a new avenue of inspiration that I might expand on more in the Christmas time because for most if not all of my uh the album is called Choke Enough. The album is called Choke Enough by Oklu. So if you search it up on Spotify or even on YouTube, you'll be able to find it. But yeah, I feel like so far in terms of my artistic journey, like all of my oh yeah. It's good, bro. It's really good. I'm literally watching HT Hayes' review on what is it? Yeah, I'm watching a review from HT Hayes on Choke Enough. Vanisher by Horizon Scrapper, or is it the other way around? Well, I guess I can just open up Spotify and take a look. Let's Command K it. Oof. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wait. I think I've heard of these guys somewhere. I've heard of these guys somewhere. Somewhere I've heard of them. Somewhere. Interesting. That's cool. That's cool, bro. That's cool. Qualdec is your favorite. I'm glad, bro. I'm glad that guy is your favorite. That's cool. Recently, what I've been listening to right now is The Field. There's this one there's this one Super Mario ROM hack called Casio Mario World, and it uses some of some songs from the Field's discography. And there's this one album that he made when a very long time ago called From Here We Go Sublime. It's kind of like a minimal techno album, but as a person who's really like into like analyzing music through and through for thick and thin on each strand, like even though it's such simple music and it's kind of made for like dancing, it's like to me it's incredible. It's not even that complicated, no lyrics, but all the songs are like six Uh, from 6 to 9 minutes. It's called From Here We Go Sublime. It's a whole album by The Field, and it was released a really long time ago, and I honestly really like it. I think it's cool. I didn't even finish drawing JPEG. Wow, slacking. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I really like that album. I think it would be cool for you to check it out. It's not for everybody, but and sometimes I also have a hard time listening to it, but I still like it for what it is. Shoot, it's been on your list. Okay, that's insane. Crazy how that album is on your list. Underscores. Huh. Wall socket? Wall socket. Okay. That's one hell of an album name if I've heard one. That's cool. Damn, that's really, really cool. If you like Choke enough, I think you'll like Wall Socket. I will definitely take a look. I want to listen to some new music because I'm playing Kaizo Mario today, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. There's a whole world of digital freak music that just never ends. Have you heard of folktronica? Dude, that's one hell of a genre. If I've heard one. Folktronica is weird, bro. It's the most it's one of the most internet things I've heard. Folktronica. Man, that is like I don't know if you know Midair Thief, but I listened to some of his music a few like 1 or 2 years ago. I liked it. It was so dynamic. There's something about it that just like you just can't get it from really popular music. It's so cool. And when you keep listening to it over and over and over and over again, you're like, wow, wow, there's a noodle here, there's a hair there, there's a spaghetti meatball over there, there's pepper, like it's like you're the Vanisher. I might need to like screenshot my chat. Let me just do that. Oh, I will just take a screenshot of everything that you just said so I can actually take a look at it later. There you go. I'll just take a look at that screenshot sometime later, but that's cool. The Vanisher. Who thought life would be this interesting with such new music? It'd be cool to get Midair Thief on a CD. Because I have my parents have old cars and they have CD players in it natively. I might as well try getting a CD. Maybe also getting a CD player, portable CD player as well. I'd love to get a portable CD player. I should have asked the people at the retro store the other day if they have a CD player, a portable CD player. I would love to bring a portable CD player and CDs with me around. I just recently, like at the start of the stream, I was watching, or not watching, I was listening to Lucy Bedroque. Because I think they're blowing up on some streaming platforms. They kind of make some stuff on, they kind of make like some electronic music and it has some anime samples. It's kind of interesting. Vanisher. I'll keep that in mind. I just want to finish this scene so I can move on to other scenes because I like this scene right now. Like, even though it's taking a long time, I want to complete it. Oh. I'm gonna finish the stream when I finish this scene because I've been working on it for like 3 days at this point. I want to finish it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm really excited to meet one of my friends in real life because I'm planning on doing that next weekend. I'm planning on meeting my friend next weekend at their place. It'll be fun. Talk about all these nerdy things. Why does bro like look like a chubby slender man? What the hell? Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't do a stream like announcement on my YouTube post page because I didn't want to flood it this time. I I don't know how many people actually check them, so I think I'll stop doing them. And then I'll save the post tab for important things like the film. I might make a TikTok preview trailer thing for this film to get people a little hyped up over it. I think I'm gonna listen to The Field right now because honestly, like that guy really brings me a lot of joy. Don't open a new tab. I'm just using a different room in the same house, so I don't. It's not like I moved or anything. Like I didn't move anywhere. It's just in the house I moved to a different room. I need to use a different. There you go. think after I finish this scene, I'm gonna do a scene that's way easier in my shot list so that I can just breathe. I can just be like, oh, I can chill out, I can relax. Even though arguably this scenes like this are the most fun to make. Because then when you finish them, it's like, holy crap, I did that? And you're like, yeah, I did that. That's the part that's to me, that's one of the fun parts about animating. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun exploring this concept as I go to school. You think you have to cancel on Sunday? Shoot, that's tough. Is some you just got something going on that day, or like school or work, or first weekend of December? Okay, 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 okay. I just have to update my calendar because if I like don't update, then I'm gonna be like shit. No, I'll forget. I don't want to forget. So, all right. I think I'll. Let's see. When even is that? 30th. First weekend of December. Are we talking about like the 1st of December or like the 6th? You're in a show? Wait, you're in a show. Damn. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's really cool. You forgot that you'll probably be there until late. Honestly, that sounds really cool. I hope you have fun at that. That's actually really cool. Man, I think I've said that's actually really cool like 5 or 6 times, but I have nothing better to say. I just keep repeating it because that's all I know. Low key, I do the same sort of things too, so I can understand that. 5th or 6th or 7th. I prefer the 7th Cause like I'm gonna be finalizing and rendering every single like the whole entire thing on Friday, Saturday of whatever. Sorry to reschedule. Pretty bad of time management. That's okay. Don't ask me about my time management. I literally just go with the flow every every time. So that's okay, bro. I can understand that. My time management I can be a little forgetful sometimes. I'd prefer if we could do the 7th, but if something happens and it just doesn't work out, maybe the 6th or the 5th. But like, I'm gonna be putting a lot of promotional content and stuff, but just before the film is released. So I'll just see what we'll see when we get there, I guess. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, 7th. 7th is the good idea. Thank you. Wow. I'm not well experienced in talking and doing something at the same time. Like when I'm doing this, it's easier for me to just be silent, but it's still fun to yap at the same time. So I'm like training myself to do two different things at the same time. It's kind of cool. 7th would work out. Man, December 7th is going to be an exciting day because December 7th is literally when I'm releasing the film. So we can basically like chat about whatever we wanted, but I could also talk about the film. Maybe like do a retrospect. What time works for you on the 7th? Oof, probably like usually for me it's just mornings. But I can do like the evening too. Because I usually just have my free time to do whatever the hell I want in the evening, but like I could do the evening because I'm home all day. Yeah, I have the schedule meticulously planned out so that I actually finish it. Because like I've had a few projects like this before and they just never end up being finished, and that makes me sad because I don't want it to be not finished. Like I want the film to be real, and the whole point of it is so that I can have more of a eye in the public. That's one of my main goals of this. I want it to be shared and scrutinized by the internet. What time works in the morning? 10. No, wait, not 10. Wait, no, wait, actually, yeah, 10. Usually I have an errand to run at like 9:50, but I don't have that errand on that specific day, so yeah, I can do like 10 p.m. No, 10 a.m. PST. That works out. Ten a.m. PST. Cool. Cause like I like doing stuff in the morning. Unlike my parents. My parents like to do stuff in the morning. Do all the tasks and the errands. Actually no, just my mom. My dad doesn't like doing that. My dad likes to chill out on the weekend. My mom likes to do her tasks in the morning, even on the weekdays. Yay! We finally have a date. It would be kind of cool if I don't know when I should set the premiere. I think I might make a premiere for the film. Hype it up on Instagram Reels or some shit. Have people watch it. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm not sure if I should just release the film as is or if I should have a premiere for it. But I am planning to release the film on December 7th. I can honestly do it on stream. And then continue like a painting that I was doing. Or make some other promotional content on the side on the stream. I don't know if I should premiere it or if I should just upload it as is. I think maybe premiering might be a good idea, but I'm honestly unsure. I need to take these headphones off because I'm not listening to anything and they like hurt my ears. Or not hurting my ears. I just have I've had a toque on for like 2 hours at this point. Ooh, wow. Alright, scene 40, guys. Hell yeah. what I'm gonna do for the last few frames, I'm actually gonna copy them, because the last few frames are gonna be like the same. So like, I'm gonna draw scene 41, 42, 43, and then just copy it, paste it like a few times, just so I can actually finish it. I think it should be fine to do it that way. Do you use like a theme for Blender? I'm curious if you use a theme. I use this theme because I like it a lot, but I want to like customize it at some point so that it matches my the other applications on my computer. It's like a so retro my version, you know. Like the not like all the grays are turned into like some sort of like yellow or brown, because I kind of like that aesthetic. On my gaming computer, I have a full retro aesthetic. But yeah, I'm curious if you use a Blender theme at all, or do you just use a default dark? Because for me, I like you just use it standard. Oh, it's peak. That's probably the right way to do it. I switched from dark or light mode, no, dark mode to light mode, just because I like light themes. I just think they look better. They just look like I don't use my computer late at night for anything, so I don't have a need to put things in dark mode. So, and I like customizing my apps like Kitty and Krita so that they have like this little yellow tint to it to match like my desktop, which is like browns, light browns, kind of like this milk chocolate-ish flavor. I kind of like that. The thing with light themes is I only work at night, so it's impossible for me to not get a headache and use a light theme. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's fair. We're like opposites then, pretty much, because I do stuff purely in the day. I have the privilege to be able to do that because I don't work a real job or go to school currently. So for me, it's easy to do, but I can understand like it might not just it just can be hard for other people if they have stuff going on in the day for university, college, or just having a day job, which I definitely will have. I might end up working at night some days in the future just because I want to keep animating, but also earn some income on the side so I can pay my own rent and do all those fancy adult things. So yeah, I think, but for the time being, I wanted to like make a rice that has a light theme, like a little macOS rice, a little bit of customization for fun. I want to make a custom status bar for my MacBook at some point, but like I don't have the time to do it right now because I'm working on this. When I finish working on this project, maybe we'll see. There's this thing that you can do on MacBooks where you can customize a status bar, so you can literally just replace this whole thing on the top. But the reason I don't really do it, the reason I used to have it, but I don't have it anymore because I actually do click on these things. So it's nice to interact with those buttons, right? Like I always access low power mode or performance for my battery. I check my spaces here sometimes. Sometimes I use a media control. Sometimes I'll just click this to see how much screen time I've used on my computer, and then like all of this other stuff here. Like I like using the control panel because like that's the what is it? Like it's like part of the macOS 26 team, and I actually really like the macOS 26 team way better than macOS 15. The only thing I don't like about it is that the corners are just way too round. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Other than that, it's a really good theme. So, yeah. I kind of wish they kept the kind of harder round corners like they do with the blender window here, but it's a small nitpick, not something to go crazy about on a Reddit post forum or anything, so whatever. Here's where the clap comes. I should try using the Blender dark theme. I need to know how it's like to use it. I've never actually used it in a work session, so let's try it out. Let's go to here. I use So Retro because it looks cool. Oh man, it sure as hell is dark. It does blend in really well with the title bar though. I can agree with that. That's cool. Let's full screen it. Let's see how it looks. Text might render a bit better. Text renders a little bit better sometimes than full screen on Blender, just because then you have a standard display resolution or whatever. I don't know. It feels a little interesting. It feels a bit interesting to use a dark theme after not using a dark theme for so long. Like my web browser is a light theme. My file explorer and system is a light theme. My terminal emulator is a light theme because I like using a terminal emulator. Not many people use it, but I use it because I think it's efficient and fast. My drawing program is a light theme. My Blender application is a light theme. My what is it? My Ableton Live is a light theme. It's not dark. The only thing that's dark actually is DaVinci Resolve. I don't know how to change the theme on DaVinci Resolve, and I don't feel bothered enough to change it, so not a huge issue for me, but could be a huge issue for some people who really want to customize their system. I use GIMP in a light theme. Yeah, it's just DaVinci Resolve that uses a dark theme. That's what makes it. Yeah. What do I use GIMP for? I use GIMP to make simple titles. For this project specifically, I use it for the text. The paper lyrics. Oof, I just yawned and talked at the same time. But I use it for the paper lyrics. So the part where you saw the Times New Roman font on like a piece of cutout paper, that's what I use GIMP for this project specifically. And then aside from that, I just use it as like a Photoshop replacement for edits. I haven't done an edit though for a picture in a long time. So right now it's just using it to create that little paper lyric thing. I like the export process. I've gotten used to the shortcuts, so you know it feels efficient, feels good to use, and it's free. Yeah, that's what I use GIMP for. I use it to make paper titles. I've used GIMP for a lot of other stuff in the past, but it's a thing you gotta get used to. It takes some time to get used to it. Okay, I need a clap. There we go. One thing I don't recommend using GIMP for is to paint. Don't use GIMP for painting. If you use GIMP for painting, you might be committing treason. I'm just kidding. It's hard to do paint in GIMP. It's hard to paint in GIMP. It's hard because the brush, the way the layout is a little bit weird, and like it's not ideal. Like the workflow isn't ideal. The shortcuts are really weird. I'd say Krita is way better for painting just because it has similarity to Photoshop, and a lot of people use Photoshop for illustrating. I like Krita sometimes just to do simple edits as well, because Krita does have the functionality to do simple photo editing, which I like. Yeah, Krita is just better. It also, I'd argue that it works a little bit better on all more types of hardware too. I think it has better optimization for rendering graphics. That's just what I think. It uses the GPU better, and like it's more intuitive if you have Adobe background. But I'd say GIMP is like more for people who like make posters or do any of those things, like do more graphic design work. That's what GIMP is for. And also for just photo retouching, if you have a picture and you want to make it look a little bit prettier with some color grading and whatnot. I mean, it's not simple, but you can definitely do it. Otherwise, use Darktable if you want to edit do little edits with your pictures. Overall, I like Krita. I love how you can theme it. I basically took a template and I just slapped my own colors on it, and now I made it look pretty. I'd say that's the biggest dub when it has come to customizing my applications to have certain color themes. It's cool. I like using custom fonts. One thing I like about open source software is that you can just use a font on your computer and then it will cover the entire interface. I love that. I love that part. It really makes it feel customizable. So on Blender and Krita, I use a font called Funnel Sans, which doesn't deviate that much from macOS's font. They look very similar, but I like it a little bit better. I think it's fun to use. The Blender default font is great, though. I love it. But I like Funnel Sans. I'm gonna copy these 3 scenes. So I'm gonna draw 42 and 43 and I'm gonna paste it. And then I'm gonna add some effects in Krita later. Wow. How long have you been using Krita for? I can tell my arm is really sore now. I've been using Krita for quite a while. That's a dope. I remember we talked about this before. I just asked again for fun. Yeah. I don't know exactly how long I've used Krita before either. I think I mentioned in direct messages that I've used Krita for like 4 years, 5 years, I don't know. I don't know exactly when I started using the program. I remember I started to use the program when I was on version 4. I think, I don't know. I remember when Krita version 5 was released. I remember that. Oof, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Oh man, we're almost at 2 hours. That's a win. Man, after I finish this, I'm gonna go to a really good lunch and get homemade lunch. That's a win. And then I'm gonna watch some videos. Life's good. I'm gonna continue editing. I think with this scene is one of the bigger hurdles of this project. I've got a few scenes that are also as difficult as this to make in terms of time and resources. But now that I know I've done it once, who says I can't do it again? I think I will be able to tackle those challenging long scenes a bit better now that I have this knowledge. And I think I might use repeated frames just to make life a bit easier. But I am definitely going to do an easy scene after I finish this one and add the Krita effects and whatnot. Life is going to make life a bit easier for me after I finish this last scene. Life is good. Because I'm working on the weekends like usual. Yeah, my arm's getting sore right now. Oof. Yeah, finishing this scene is going to be the biggest win of my life. Because this definitely was really challenging. This whole scene that I made here, I started working on it 2 days ago. And I did 20 of the frames in a day alongside setting up the scene, which is hard in and of itself. So I'm proud of how far I've come so far, and it's only gonna get better. We've got a whole week. I've got a whole week ahead of me to finish up some scenes. Life is fun. Have you ever tried rapping? Some of the songs that I've put out, and a song that I'm about to release kind of contains some rapping. I wouldn't call it like traditional rap, but it's me saying poetry really quite fast. My lyrics definitely are inspired by rap, I can tell you that. Like, I think in terms of the structure of rapping, I'm definitely inspired by how quick they speak and their lyrics. That's what I do in my own music. Would you ever want to collaborate on a rap song? Low key, I would be down. I'm not sure how the scheduling would work out, but that sounds like a great idea. Like, I would totally be down to collaborate on a rap song, because I love rhyming. I didn't know I had a knack for rhyming until I actually started writing lyrics. Like if you take a look and listen deeply to like some of the stuff that I've already put out, it kind of has that sort of material going on for it. I think I would be able to integrate nicely a song that you're or making, if you would be interested in that. I would totally love to collab on a rap song or just a song in general. Because so far I've done a collaboration with a poet from my local, or not from my local, like but she's from a town a few far, like she's from a city of like a few kilometers away, and we worked on a song called Bread Rolling. Man, that was so fun. Her and her kids like helped me create a song. Helped me create a song about making and baking bread, and that was really really fun. If you search up Bread Rolling on my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. I loved that song. It's got such a cheery rhythm to it. Like, I think people would really dig that. It's easy to listen to. I think storytelling is the biggest thing that gets me in rap music. It's just so nice to listen to well executed rhymes. Like MF Doom on Governor from JJ Doom Key to the Cuffs. I listened to that a few days ago. I liked his rhymes on that. It sounded fresh. Real fresh. I mean, let me know how your schedule's like again, if you want to dive into this a bit deeper. I don't know how much time I'll have in university, but if we can find a time, that would honestly be great. It really would. I would appreciate it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it for Christmas, but like definitely next year for sure. And I do need my time to rest and just think about nothing. Even though I had spent a semester away, like a gap semester away from school, because I graduated in June, I do actually, I think rest is essential, just as essential as making good art. What are you planning on studying at uni? I'm studying 2D animation. I'm studying 2D animation itself in university. W. Yeah, big W. It's definitely a win. Definitely a win. I know the animation industry is a little bit shoddy in its current state, but I think I'm gonna be learning a lot there, and I think I'll make some connections that might even propel the work that I already have out right now further. I think this is the entire scene. Save it. Yeah. The hand looks a bit stiff, so I might change it in correction, but I'm happy that I have this done at the right time too. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Dude. Yes, I need a stretch. Let's win. Dude. Man, let's go. Let's go, bro. Man, let's go. What's good? Thank you so much. Oof. Man, this felt like beating a Kaizo level, I will be honest with you. It is hard as hell. The hand looks a little bit stiff, but I don't know, maybe some effects might fix that. I don't know. I think I will call the stream at that. I don't even want to do anything right now. I mean, I am going to change my theme back to this one, though, because I like it way better. I will call that the stream. This was definitely a successful stream. Thank you so much for coming again, Pat Dan. I really do appreciate it a lot. It really does mean wonders for somebody to come out and, you know, watch what it is that I'm doing. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's about it. Probably gonna watch this guy while I'm eating lunch, and maybe also continue this video because I had it in the background. But yeah, have a great day. Enjoy. Sick.